So the invitation for us all is to, out of our care, out of our heartbreak, when we see cruelty, is to act, but also in our own life sense, on whatever level it plays out and in our own lives. How are we creating an unreal other? After, I was reflecting on this, and then yesterday I was reading in, I think it was the New York Times, I was reading about the funeral for Antoine Rose in Pittsburgh. Some of you might have read this. And Antoine was the young African-American boy, I think he was a senior in high school, who was killed by a policeman. And his friends read a poem he had written 2 years ago. I want to read that to you. So this is what Antoine wrote 2 years before he was killed. He said, "I see mothers bury their sons. I want my mom to never feel that pain. Try my best to make my dreams true. I hope that it does. I am confused and afraid." So here's this real, thinking, feeling human. He didn't want his mom to hurt the way other moms did. And now she does. And I was reading that, and I actually felt he's my son. And it really mattered. So my friend, it was more in my bones. I read about the interview. A lot of people have gone down now to look at the detention centers along the border, right? We're hearing a lot of reports. And one of the describing these cages that they're separated into. And they consider the women and children aren't separated if they're in cages in the same giant room, different cages, can't see each other. And the women describe hearing their children cry at nighttime and not being able to do anything. That bird has my wings. It's a real potential for us. And if we can wake ourselves up to widening the circles, then we are changing the consciousness that needs to change on the planet.